Look, it's Camila Banus.
Hi.
Hi. So it's Day of Days 2019. It's a 54th anniversary, and Camilla's been rocking Days of Our Lives. That performance, I loved
Thank you.
your performances after Stefan died,
Thank you.
and even on as we've continued on through her heinous plot against Lani.
Thank you.
How do you keep the level of that intensity constantly? I mean, it's exhausting for me. So how can you do it?
Well, when I read the scripts and I see that she continues to be bitchy, I'm also exhausted.
But
Just
you
reading
like
it.
her bitchy, right?
Yes, but it's also annoying too at the same time. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, every extreme is annoying. When Gabby's just being a whiny crier, it's annoying. When she's just being bitchy, it's annoying because they're extremes, you know. But I think I just need to remember every time that the reasons why she's doing these things, the reasons why she has this conviction to balance these scales. And it's always that reality check and that remembering, no, balance the scales that keeps her at that level.
Was there one part of when you read what she was doing, either with the Heart app or Lonnie or the Steffens, was there, or making her get down on her knees, was there one where you go, okay, this is too over the top, how do I get this to work? And you have to play what you're given, right? So
Yeah, usually you have to play what you're given. Everything was like that, I guess. I mean, everything I was like, really? I have, oh my God, there's a heart that there's an app that controls a heart and I can explode it. I have to make somebody beg on their knees for forgiveness in a hospital room. There are obviously extreme circumstances in these stories, but they happen. Those are the extremes to which people live sometimes. And just how Ron was covering for this story even the other day,
right,
the Dick Cheney story,
right,
you know, and how that needed to happen. This is just coming out of nowhere. No, there are bases to stories. There are bases to, you know, why somebody would do that. That is the most humiliating thing that you could do to somebody.
and you did it. Yeah,
she
knew
needed
that.
to push that far. And so I think that's why it was necessary to go to those lengths, especially with Gabi.
And when Lonnie clocked her and like took her down, what do you guys think of those scenes?
Well, Sal full on tackled me. So you all know.
Sal's now gone to the WWE.
She's gonna be a woman, a warrior of wrestling over here. But no, we didn't use stunt doubles, and it was scary for both of us because we didn't want to hurt each other. We didn't want ourselves to be hurt. We didn't want to hurt anybody around us. And I think we have Terry. We have the best stunt coordinator, and Emmy award-winning coordinator. And so we just trusted him, and I said, you got to come at me with full force, because if you don't, it's not going to look believable.
Okay, so we're all been talking about like you're gonna be nominated for an Emmy. So, but you're gonna, but I think that, but again, it's a game. The Emmys are a game, and you know this. It's who selected the reel and who voted for what. But you do think you've got some of the best material you've ever had in your daytime career. I think so. So
I feel how I felt when I was nominated the last time. I don't need an Emmy to validate my work. I love what I do, and when I love what I do, that's the validation.
right. So when you see the fans' reaction, and I also, as we've talked about, you're very vocal onto your, like I saw there was some hatred stuff going on. You were clarifying. It's a character I play. I am not that person. You can be negative towards her, but not towards me. Like, you step in and clarify. Why do you decide to handle it that way?
Well, I think it's really cool that we have social media. I think it's really amazing that there is a safe space for people to create, to be the owners of their own story. And maybe there's people out there that I'm sure are creating stories within our stories. And that's brilliant and beautiful. And I'm sure Ron even loves reading about those ideas and brainstorming with the fans. But when it starts encompassing negative vocabulary towards a certain person and not a character, I think that's when you can cross a line that could come off as bullying, could come off as hurtful.
Okay.
I'm already working in a field where I have to be bitchy, where I have to be negative, where I have to be saying mean things to people all day long. The last thing I want to do is come home and read more negative
things.
Right. So I always want the internet, hopefully, to be a safe place for me as much as I can. So I do, I take matters into my own hands and I block people I don't enjoy. being talked down to. I don't enjoy,
right.
you know, and so things like that affect me because it is my space. It is my internet space, my social space. And so I check people, and I don't see why I shouldn't. I say what I want, just as if I would say this is an all cats page. This is all, I want everything to be about cats. Well, this is an all positives page, and I want everything to be about positive.
Right. Quickly, the time jump. When you saw the time jump, were you like, holy, how did you find about the time jump? And what do you think about where Gabi is in it? Because she's clearly got Eli in the palm of her hand, which is so horrible.
The time jump. So I love the time jump. I think that it is really smart and really innovative and something. And like this time jump, we need to be doing more innovative writing concept, directing concepts, camera angle concepts, because yeah, we've done this medium for 54 years, but why not innovate it? Why not change it? And when you do things like this, especially like the time jump, we're gonna have people that have negative response, but that happens with every storyline. It doesn't matter what it is. You have the people that love it and the people that hate it.
And you look at what they're doing on primetime with This Is Us and other shows that jump forward, they jump back, they jump in time. There's a way to tell stories that are so interesting, and we're doing it here at Day.
Yeah, and they've figured out that you don't need a massive budget to do that, because it can just be a writing concept or dynamics in the writing.
Yeah. Finally, where would you say to the fans to look forward to with Gabi in this time jump, where she's at her life right now? She's still hell-bent on what?
I think what the fans will see the most is just how hurt Gabi still is. I think that looking for your soulmate for your whole life and feeling like you have been taken away. It has, like, that something so special for you has been taken away. It has left. There are some voids that can never be filled, and this is one of those voids. And there are people every day, maybe even in this room, that are living with voids every day, that are covering them up just to be able to live a normal life, right? So that's where she's going to be at.
Oh gosh. Well, Camila, congratulations on amazing work. And I can't wait to see what happens next. You know, I'm always in your corner.